Here we are at SRL 360 for the last episode of Season 5, and I am joined here tonight by the SRL Commissioner, Lachlan Martin, and I'm also joined here by Raiders Vice Captain, Timothy James. How are we, lads?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. How are you, Liam?
Yeah, I'm not bad, man. It's going to be a good week, eh?
Oh, pretty
Final
keen.
week.
Grand final week. That's pretty nerve-wracking sometimes.
Sure.
that's just nervous laughter. Sorry, guys.
I bet you are
Yeah.
nervous because obviously you don't want to lose two grand finals in a row. You don't want to put a lead right.
Yeah, it's gonna look
Oh,
ugly if we
no.
do.
Why am I the one that gets blamed for that?
Leave
Why don't
you
you
have
it
lost
should
three
be
grand
Paul
finals in a
Collins.
row. You have
Why
lost
don't-
three grand finals.
Why don't,
Oh,
why don't you blame
Two.
Jai Collins?
nah, it obviously be, like, even if you look at it as we lost two grand finals, we still made the grand final at least. Like,
Yeah,
I wouldn't look at it as a
I haven't
negative.
made a grand final, so I can't really even be talking at all.
Yeah, it's all good. We made the grand final enough
Liam,
times,
no,
so it's pretty
I'm
good.
sorry, Liam. Tim, I'll put it this way. I'm pretty sure the entire SRL community is backing the Raiders here because ain't no one want Manly to win their third premiership out of 5 seasons. So
Yeah, no
at least you
one
have
wants
the
them
entire
to
SRL
improve.
community backing you to win.
Yeah, hopefully the pressure doesn't come all over.
Hopefully not. I mean, Raiders have a good. I think they have a decent chance at winning. To be honest, obviously we've how the form they're in at the moment. What's the matter, Tim? Is there something in your mouth?
Oh, sorry. It's just, oh no, I'm just happy to be here tonight. It's just good, I'm just glad to be talking about the Raiders being in the grand final again. My team. But yeah, just happy, man. People didn't expect us to make the grand final, nor the finals actually. Yeah, I'm being honest, Liam and Lachlan, I don't even think you guys seen Raiders making top four.
Yeah,
Or is that
Yeah, I
just
can be honest. You
top four.
shocked me.
But we shocked the world. That's pretty good. I mean, we did make the grand final last season, so yeah, it's all good. But yeah, let's get into this episode, eh?
Yeah. So, Lachlan, what does the first section of the episode entail?
So obviously we're going to be talking about the World versus Australian Commission, this All Stars game that has taken place for the second consecutive season. Obviously, me and Ollie this time picking our squads. Obviously, only players in contention are players who missed out on playing in the final series. And I think for the most part, both teams are very strong. Should be a good game.
Yeah, I think it should be a very good game here. And Tim, is this game like funny to you?
Oh no, I'm just. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm just getting emotional, eh? No, keep going, Liam. Keep going.
Okay. Well, the game I think should be a very close one. Because it's although the World All Stars have a lot more golds than Australia do, I think there's a lot of really good players, up and comers in the Australian team, and to have really proved themselves this season win the SRL. So I think it should be a close game, to be honest.
Yeah, look, I think the obviously, I think going into the game, the World All Stars are going to be probably the favourites. Obviously, not good for me considering they have, obviously both the Cowboys and Warriors are mostly made up of players that don't come from Australia, which means that obviously I think the World All Stars pretty much has the entire Cowboys forward pack. Obviously with Chance Barnes, Amatangi in there, I've got some fullback options. Interesting, I've gone with Chance Barnes considering I wouldn't say he's in form, although to be fair, neither Tyler Amatangi, so maybe just go for the player that you think will do a better job. And obviously with my side, quite a few players up for grabs. The question is we have to just make sure we get it right. I think I've done that for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. I think Almatangi isn't in better. I think it needs, to your point, Almatangi and Bunce both aren't in form, but I don't think Almatangi's Bunce is in worse form. And I think we all know that Bunce, when he's on, can spark the game more than Almatangi can. So I think it's a good choice to have Bunce at fullback.
Yeah, I agree. Bunsey is he's renowned to be one of the most no, well, not really recently informed, but he is one of the most informed players of recent times, and I wouldn't have seen anyone going over Bunsey. But Tyler does come close, but it was probably a hard choice for Ollie. Is Ollie the World All Star captain?
Or not the captain,
Yeah.
coach, because he can't pick himself in the
Ah,
finals.
well,
Me and him
coach.
made finals, so
Yeah,
can't pick
but
ourselves.
I reckon Chance Bunce definitely deserves that fullback jersey over Tyler, but it was a pretty close battle considering both have been pretty exceptional in these last 2 seasons. So I don't see a problem with Chance being at fullback, but their backup, their back line is actually pretty good, and I think it gets over the Australian team. But yeah, I want to hear what you guys have to say.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because obviously Australia won last year's game, although different play, different options for both sides, different. Obviously a lot of the Cowboys players weren't available last year for the World All Stars. A lot of the Rabbitohs players that we picked also weren't available last year. Actually, no, what would have been available. Never mind. I retract that statement. They did in fact play finals.
Yeah.
They didn't play finals last season either. But I think the big difference obviously is a lot of those players played really well last year. I think most notably Nahana Braun and Thompson, I think from memory. Scored like two tries, but played absolutely insane. I think he was just a show based off that performance alone. I can't remember any other notable, but I do remember Australian winning pretty convincingly in the end.
Yeah, I think that was from memory. That was occurred.
But yeah, that was all off the back of Braun Thompson. I think I didn't watch the game, but I do remember hearing about MDT or whatever his name, NBT. Sorry, he had like 2 runaway tries and nearly 300 run meters. So I think he was one of the best out there. So yeah.
Yeah, he got his height from that game. Obviously, I think that Australia's forward pack is relatively solid. Obviously they got the likes of Mobiston. Mobiston, people would say, is a bit out of form, but I'm hoping he can pick up his form in this game before heading to the Cowboys. And obviously they got the likes of Dustin Richards, who's had an incredible season. Interested to see how he goes. Attila Settendag had a pretty underrated season for the Eels. And obviously Aaron O'Hare. So there's some debutants on that bench too. So it's going to be an interesting game, to say the least, for some of these Australian debutants.
Yeah, I have to agree there. Obviously, hopefully Australia can win. Obviously, I'm coaching Liam's right now. You'll probably be game day captain too, Liam. So get a highest rated player on the team, or there's about. It's going to be a very interesting game. I think World All Stars definitely deserve to be fair. But I mean that backline, Terra Maxwell, we know how good he is in all sorts of situations. Had a very good season again. They got Tangy and Elms instead, not to mention Jai Collins. So we've got our work cut out for us this time, but I think the boys can get it done.
Although nothing against Jai here, but as his vice, I play for the same club as Jai. I respect the hell out of him. I am a bit interested to hear why they'd have Elms in the centres over Jai. I think Jai is more of a centre than Elms is. That just interests me. I think Elms has max speed, whereas Jai has about 91 or 3 speed. So I don't get that pick, but it's just me.
Yeah, good point, Liam. I don't see why Robbie Elms was picked over. Oh no, Jai was picked over Robbie Elms. Yeah, that's a bit weird. Obviously, I have to bring that up with the world captain. So yeah, but I'd probably rather see Robbie Elms on the wing spot than Jai, who's obviously a bit slower than Robbie. But that's just me. But yeah, that's really just up to what Ollie wants.
I also just
So
think
yeah,
it's interesting because I think Jai's played his best games in the centres.
yeah, exactly. So like, why is
And
he
Robbie's
at
been
wing
really good
then?
on the wing. So, I mean, I'll take it. I'll take any advantage we can get.
Yeah,
That's true.
shit. All right.
I didn't realize how strong of a forward pack World All Stars have. God, that's good.
They've got
How
like
strong is their fullback?
They got the likes of Nenai and Ford on the bench. That
Yeah.
scares me. And they got Vredo on the bench too.
You guys are unlucky
Oh.
to have Cowboys miss the finals, eh? Australian boys,
Cowboys
eh?
have a lot of really good forwards.
I
And
know. It's crazy
that
that the
kind of
Cowboys
hurts.
missed the finals with these forwards, eh? Like, you got Chris
I
Lord and
think
Kobe and
I
Kalasaka.
think I
It's
think that they
crazy.
just didn't come together this season. That I don't know. I couldn't tell you what went wrong for the Cowboys. I think they were quite underwhelming in the backline perspective, even though they had some standouts in Maxwell, obviously, and Moscow was a bit quiet at times, I have to say. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
now,
I'll,
obviously, the next
yeah.
thing we have, obviously, the big dance, the grand final. We did put a little bit of a poll in our community on the YouTube channel. If you're watching it live, the viewers have voted, I believe, by one vote that the Raiders are going to win the grand final. 5 votes for the Raiders, 4 votes for the Manly Sea Eagles. We'll wait and see if our panel agrees on that when we get into it later. If you're interested, I'll also put a poll in there about to see who you guys think's gonna win the LB Strange medal for season 5. We'll look at the results of those at the end of the broadcast just before we end off here. So we'll put that poll out there in a second. We'll get onto it. Should we move on to
LB
the
Strange medal. What's this LB Strange medal, Lachlan?
I think I posted about it already, mate. Are you a bit behind the times and legal?
Oh, is that
Player of the year.
the player of the year?
Yeah.
Shoot, man. Oh, I thought that was the Yeah, nah, that's all good. We'll have to learn about that then.
Yeah, so we'll
Get
see
used
who
to the
you guys
names.
think's gonna win, and obviously we have 6 nominees. I'll quickly pop up that thing if you guys want to quickly get started and talking about the grand final.
Well, yeah, Raiders vs Seagulls is it's one to see, eh, Liam? What do you reckon? Oh well, I'm talking to myself here,
Yeah,
but yeah, it's one to see,
yeah.
Liam, eh?
I think it will be a very close grand final, obviously. I mean, Manly have been very good this season, but, the Raiders, I think they're out to get some Manly here. Obviously, they're on the hunt for a grand final win. They haven't won a grand final in their history. I think they've got a bit more determination than Manly, with Manly having 2 grand finals under their belt already. And people writing off the Raiders, I think that's determined, put some passion in their hearts. So they're really determined to win their first ever grand final this season. So I would not be surprised if Canberra came over Manly in this one.
Yeah, we're very determined to try and get out there and play our best, the Raiders. But it's going to be hard because obviously it's against a team who's won it 2 times and it was in a row as well. So it's going to be hard against we've been in the same amount of grand finals as Manly, but they've won 2 of them and we've only won 1. We've won 0 so far. So it's going to be hard going up against experienced winners in the grand final. But I feel like our determination from us will probably get us up there, at least make us look like we are trying and we're actually going to try and win this game. And we just hope that Manly come out with problems in their team, and we easily just slice right through and hopefully get the win for our first grand final in our SRL history and bring it back to the capital.
Yeah, I'd like to quickly apologise to our viewers. We cannot put the poll out because for some reason YouTube thought it'd be a really good idea to make it so you can only put 4 options in a poll, not 6. So we can't really put out nominees. Otherwise, with me kind of knowing the results, it takes away from the point because I have to take away 2 names, and I can't just take away 2 names if I already know what's going to happen. So,
yeah,
unfortunately, no poll, but continue anyway, boys.
Yeah, I'm talking a lot. But as I was saying, we're determined to win, but it's obviously going to be hard against Manly, who are just an absolutely freakish team. They got the likes of Matt Harris, Dingo, Kyle Lewis. Their forward pack, their entire forward pack is crazy. They got Corey Bell. It's going to be hard stopping them.
What's really interesting about this grand finals, both these teams are the best attacking teams in the competition. And I think what's going to be really interesting is the Raiders, they can score a lot of points off the back of momentum, however. If they struggle in those early stages and Manly forward pack dominates their forward pack, which, based off Manly's forward pack, you would think would be most likely, then the Raiders may struggle. However, they can get a bit of momentum going forward, for Samuel Lillard, Tauranga Hau'ope'u, Rahul Kaval. They can give space for the likes of, Luke Thompson, Tim James himself, Eli Barnes, to sort of just build their momentum off the start going forward.
Yeah.
I think
we'll see.
I think it's time though. We have a special guest here today. I think to answer some questions, obviously his team playing in the grand final. Welcome, Matt Harris. How you feeling, man?
Hey boys, how are we?
Yeah, pretty good. Oh, pretty nervous.
Not bad.
Obviously, your team playing in the grand final this week. The boys nervous, or you guys sort of just going out about it as if it's any other game?
I think it would be dumb to try to treat it like any other game, but at the same time, we're not going to go away from what works for us. We'll be coming for years just like we did in was it round 5?
Yeah, that was an unexpected game. I thought we would actually come out and try and put up a fight, but it sort of just got out of hand, that game. But obviously it's the grand final. We're going to come out looking for a fight now. So
it started off a fight in that game.
Yeah.
A couple of dubious calls, the Fatu try, offside, but we got through that in the end, didn't we?
Yeah, you did. I don't remember the score, but I remember it was a bit of a smashing, but
38.
It doesn't matter anymore, Matty. That was the regular season.
It's a new ball game.
It's the new ball game, mate. You got to look out. You've never experienced the Raiders. Yes, you have. You've lost to us in the finals. Just think about that game. We'll see how it goes, though.
Yeah. We may have lost you in the finals, but we've never lost the grand final.
Yeah, that's the most scariest part. That's the thing.
Yeah, but to be fair, you beat the Rabbitohs both times. Who are No, I'm not going to make that joke.
You didn't say it. I said it. They are. No.
Oh, well, Liam. Damn.
Oh, bro.
Nah, I love you boys. I hate the Rabbitohs, but you boys are fine.
Yeah. What's what are you gonna do differently there, Matty, for the boys? Like, what are you gonna do differently on the field to make things work?
I just reckon get into positions better. Recently, even though we won against the Broncos early on, our attack looked pretty clunky. Like forwards not running their lines properly, coming off the shoulders, all that sort of stuff. So over the 2-week break, we kind of just started working on those lines a bit better. So expect a bit more polished attack from us, and our defense will be as good as usual.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking of questions. Could someone else take over while I think?
Yeah, obviously, Matt Harris. You've been in quite a few grand finals. Do you think that experience? Obviously, the Raiders have also been one, but they haven't managed to win a grand final yet. Do you think that sort of experience where you know how to win a grand final is going to come into effect on Tuesday night?
I feel like it will impact us, but I will play devil's advocate against my own side. Only 7 of our players were in that grand final, our last one. We have a lot of new players, a lot of turnover. So those 7 players are going to be like,
7 players.
yeah, we've been hit by the salary cap pretty hard the last few years, or seasons, I should say. But yeah, those 7 boys, some of the most experienced players in the comp, though. There's myself, Kyle Lewis, Chaz Dingo, Will Kay, Brad Goodwin, Jesse Bennett. Those are just to name a few of the players that did play that grand final.
I think you know,
we're the leaders.
I think you had 6 of the 7.
You know, who's the last one?
I think it was counted 6. Oh my god, that shows how little there is left. Would the other one be
6 that were in season 3? 6 were in season 3, but the 7th was in season 2 with Corey Bell.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so those boys are. All of those players are in my leadership group, so we know how to lead the side. We're going to show them on and off the field how to do it.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Obviously, Matt Harris was second. Obviously, grand final win here pretty much locks up that you guys are well and truly in a dynasty. Obviously, you could already argue that you are in a dynasty. Many sort of said the dynasty was over, but quite clearly it's not. You guys thinking about how this sort of...
Will Kay with the memes.
What was that, sorry?
Will Kay with the memes. There was one about me earlier in the season, that age well.
Yeah.
Hey, it's about to come from your half.
I joked around with him. I said, one more meme out of you and you're going to be playing the bench. We'll put Delaney at 5'8".
Bloody oath.
Oh, Jesus.
I reckon Delaney would be perfect. Sort of how I wrecked you guys when we were round 1.
Honestly, he's a great player. He wouldn't be out of place. But I didn't want to change what worked. Lewis and Kay have been one of the most dominant halves pairing in the last few seasons. I didn't want to stray away from that. And Delaney's been solid in the centre, although limited ball, he defends well. Plays his role.
I mean, you need those role players, certainly.
That's it. I'll actually mention Ben O'Donnell and Ethan Goodwin, our centres. They've been so good.
O'Donnell's been really good.
With Ben, I understand why he's not in the mention for winger or centre of the year because he was playing off the bench for most of the season until he came to us. But Ethan has been good all throughout. I was surprised he didn't get a mention.
Yeah, Ben O'Donnell, he came from the Broncos, eh?
He went from the Broncos not scoring a try, and then he's scored in every game since joining us.
Yeah, he's been one of the yeah.
Is that a really
He's been one of the most he's been one of the most standout players to me actually from the only Manly games I ever watched. He's scored these excellent tries against these teams, and he's just looked like an amazing player. He's going to be a threat in that grand final. To be honest, he is crazy good, and I don't know why the Broncos didn't play him.
I watched from afar the limited minutes he got at the Broncos. I'm like, this guy's got potential. I see something in him, and I messaged him early. I'm just like, hey, bro, do you want to come to the club next season? And he basically signed on the paper right then and there. And then, coincidentally, a couple of weeks down the line, we get the chance to bring him in a few weeks early, and that's worked out wonders for us.
Wow, it's a crazy story how he got to the club. See, it was actually quite interesting at the time. I feel like at the time there was a little more people sort of saying that, not sure what's really going on here. I mean, me personally, I've never really seen much in Benidorm. I did consider it a little bit of a weird trade, considering we were giving up, a hooker forward type player for a centre/winger. But it ended up has worked good wonders for you, especially when you consider that the Broncos, although, Blair Curtin hasn't necessarily been bad, I would definitely say that Manly have gotten the best out of, Ben O'Donnell, while Broncos, I feel like maybe it sort of hurt them having 2 hookers in the game. I feel like they only needed one. And
that's actually the reason why we traded him away. In the middle of the season, I believe it was against the Raiders, we gave Jimmy the 80 minutes of hooker to see how he went. And then against Rabbitohs, we gave Blair the same treatment. And I said to the boys earlier, I'm like, whoever goes better out of those 2 games, I'm going to stick with them. Jimmy, I think he got 2 try assists, 20 These 6 tackles, no miss, had a solid game. If you ignore the errors were a bit of a bad point to that game. But if you're making an error trying to do something good, I don't see too bad in that. But Blair, although he's solid, I see more X factor out of Jimmy. And I love Blair as a player.
Jimmy's been really good.
Especially when you look at what he did against the Broncos. Oh my lord, he had a good game.
Was Jimmy a mention?
He had 4 tries.
Was Jimmy a mention for Rookie of the Year? I feel like he was.
He wasn't.
He wasn't. But I would like to point out that the nominees for the awards were decided before any finals games kicked off. So finals is not taken into account for anything. Same reason Ben O'Donnell would take it out. I would have definitely looked closer into it had I taken that Broncos game to account because he was amazing. Beforehand, he had some decent try assists, although I personally didn't notice him too much. But that's mainly because
probably didn't help him play 40 minutes a game.
Yeah.
Although he played 40 minutes a game, but I think he was in the top 5 for try assists.
Yeah, he was, to be fair. To be fair, most of the hooker try assists on Rugby 4, at least, you don't notice them because a lot of them are just sort of passes out of dummy half and they push over.
That would make sense.
But even so, 6 try assists is still bloody impressive for a player that played most of the season, like 40 minutes off the bench. A couple starting, but a lot of the time 40 minutes off the bench is still pretty impressive, especially when playing on a rookie season.
Maybe have him over McKay. Maybe have him over McKay for Rookie of the Year nominee. Ponks didn't really take off. Ponks didn't really take off until the end of the season, and he got nominated. So,
once he got to fullback, he's very good.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean about Ralph. I'm interested to see why the same doesn't apply.
I think Ralph just took off one game too late, as Lachlan was saying.
I think that's a good point. One game too late, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Hopefully he takes off further on Tuesday.
He's got a bit of touch of Tim James in there, mate. He really looks like me. He's an excellent player, though. But he only really had one good game, and then I just started realising about him, But no, he's going to keep building from here. He's a good player.
Wait, Tim.
I seen him early on. It's actually an IRL player.
Ooh. We're going to say
Tim, does any good hooker? Do you compare any good young hooker to you, or is that just?
Oh well, if it was a couple rounds ago, I would have said Eddie Oliver, but he was a 1-game wonder, unfortunately. No disrespect. I'll probably say Jimmy Ralph. Then he had 4 try assists and a try in 1 game. That's crazy how he does that.
Tim, in order to be compared to you, you have to score 5 tries a season, 6 tries.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter about the tries and the tries. You got to look at the tackling and it doesn't matter about the try, but also the tackling, the technique, and everything. And obviously, I had most tackles in a season, I think. Sorry, but no, Jimmy Ralph, he looks just like, he's looking like me, I know he might have not scored 5 tries in 1 season, but he's 4 try assists and a try in 1 night. He was the main offensive player. He was one of the main offensive players that night, and he honestly, sorry to keep blowing my tyres up, but he looked like me. So, no, he's a good player, and I can't really compare him to me. We still got
You know who Jimmy reminds me of?
Who?
Byron Boone.
Oh, mate.
Byron Boone.
Crazy hooker. It was crazy.
That was heartbreaking when he just no-showed the season 3. Didn't turn up to training. Guess not.
He just left. That's unfortunate. He really, I'm going to blow my tyres up again. He looked like me as well. But
you,
good work. I know.
The only thing they need more is for them to start that in season 1 and 2. They need to start as a hooker fullback.
Yep. And win a grand final in their first season for the Eels. Well, up to Eddie Oliver now.
Go,
Eddie.
Wasn't everyone a rookie in season 1? That doesn't really count.
Yeah, we were. Everyone was rookies. That's why no one won the Rookie of the Year. Was there a Rookie of the Year that year? I don't know.
No,
that would have been the
same as that's literally MVP. Yeah, exactly. MVP and Rookie of the Year are the exact same recipient.
Well, I was in the hooker of the year in season 1. That's the thing.
Were you not?
Jason Farrell was.
Oh, fair
I
enough.
sort of went unknown, but I'm not going to complain about it. That was like 4 seasons ago. I couldn't care.
Who cares about going unknown if you win the premiership, right?
Yeah, I just want
Yeah,
another
exactly.
premiership ring, eh? People sort of call my other ring bloody old. It's nah, but it would be
My
good if we
plan is
win.
to have a ring for each finger.
Yeah, that's my dream. Bloody hell.
Bro,
Maybe
if you
I'd
thought
take one
you
ring.
might have a better chance.
I'll just take a ring, please.
Just take one
Me
ring.
and
You'll be
Lachlan
happy.
would
Actually,
take one
I'll
ring,
just take a
bro.
win
Me and
in
Lachlan.
finals. Actually,
I thought you were happy with the finals appearance, Lachlan.
not good enough now. I needed to win that game.
Once you had it, it's like it's not good enough anymore.
Like Jordan Lewis
Lachlan,
said,
can I-
Lachlan, baby steps, mate. Baby steps.
Okay,
take them
I'll
baby
do my
steps.
big season.
Lachlan, I'm gonna ask you a hypothetical. Would you, if you can change it now, would you change your interchanges in the halftime game of the round 9 game against the Raiders?
No.
Not changing
No,
KCK to win.
because I did that. I did
You
that. It
reckon
wasn't
you-
just because I know Morrison wanted to play himself fullback, which I didn't mind, but I didn't just do it because of that. I wanted to reduce any chance of having injuries. No way I'm risking KCK on myself having to start off the bench. Since I've had a history of injuries, and so has KCK. No way I'm risking that happening.
Would you want to
I
play
thought
the
KCK
Raiders?
played off.
I'm not even going to take offense to this.
I didn't
but
take him off. I
would
just
you
moved
not
him to
rather
fullback.
play the Rabbitohs?
Wing, sorry. What was that? Sorry, Liam.
Would you not rather play the Rabbitohs than the Raiders, and have a chance at the Rabbitohs, who you'd probably favour over?
Well, if
You'd
we
probably
win
be
that game,
favoured over the Rabbitohs more.
win that game, we have a week off anyway. But my thought process at the time was Manly and Broncos are probably going to win anyway. So us winning won't do anything anyway. We'll still have the same result, except we might have injuries and then be what's it called? And we should probably move on to talk about the grand final at Penrith. We're out. We got eliminated a few weeks ago now. Come on, guys. You don't need to keep talking about me.
Fair.
We're not that good.
Maybe your fullback was.
Fair.
Only slightly.
Yeah, your fullback was great.
Maddie can't stop sucking off.
Let's not go there.
Maddie.
Oh, jeez, we keep rambling on.
What's wrong with KCK? He's a good lad.
Oh, KCK's a good fella.
Nothing, mate. You just
He's a good fella.
He's going to turn up more on the wing next season than he did at fullback.
Oh, is he going to? Who's so? Wait, I thought the thing you got KCK back, so Dingo could go 5'8", and then KCK go fullback.
KCK wing. We got Isaac Edwards to come into the halves.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, that I sort of forgot about that signing. Whoops.
Yeah, maroon halves right there.
Yeah.
Well, that was the last time Origin was played. It would be interesting to see if the same thing happens in Origin next time.
Well, if we're doing Origin next season and they start off good, can't see why they wouldn't get picked.
If we're doing Origin, rather Blues are obviously winning. You see the bloody people coming in.
Oh, please.
You'd be keen.
Do we get any halves?
Nah, bro.
That's what we need.
Yeah, you get new halves in Tim James, bro. I was make my new position change. Let's go. It's all good though. Just keen for a good off season. See how it goes.
I think we should
I'm
move
keen for a good
contract
grand
to the grand
Yeah,
final.
maybe we should move on.
Do we have any tips for the grand final? Obviously, Matt and Tim, I assume you guys would. I hope you guys would tip in your own team. It'd be pretty disappointing if you went into a grand final thinking you'd lose.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe reverse psychology. You say, "Oh, Manly, you're gonna win it," then Raiders come out smashing. So, no, I'm not gonna go there.
Tim.
I'm not gonna go there.
on,
Stuff
Tim.
that.
Remember the sign, Tim. Believe, baby.
I'm obviously
Come on,
believing in the
believe.
boys, bro. Obviously, Raiders 13 plus. Raiders 13 plus, and that ring on my middle finger by the end of the game. There we go.
Without being
13+.
overconfident or cocky, Manly, too big, too strong, our forward back. Straight through the middle.
Oh well, I'm not gonna take the cocky route there, and I feel bad. Raiders probably field goal, make it one of the best grand finals, eh? So we'll go
The
by
best
field goal.
Wait, Tim. I think I'd rather lose by 20 odd than lose by a field goal. So probably
I
You,
better.
disagree.
you're saying that to
I
me,
disagree.
right? Did you see what happened to me last season in the grand final? They scored that
Yeah, I know.
game-winning
But I know.
try.
Yeah, I know. It hurts.
I
It
actually
would hurt losing
I
by
actually
4.
disagree because at least like people are gonna remember that grand final.
Yeah, people would remember.
People remember it, but it hurts because you're so close. At least if you lose by 20, no one remember. No, after the fact, no one actually really remember. You weren't in it, so you weren't really like, oh, you weren't thinking, oh, what if I did this? What if I did that? There's no hypotheticals behind the grand final. That's just me, then.
I'd rather lose by a field goal. It'd be a memorable grand final to be in, but it'd be pretty crap. Hear the comments made towards you when you get into an argument, and they just say, you lost the grand final by a field goal. So
I know
I'd
it's a bit
rather
annoying
lose by
not having
one
a ring
goal,
on my
yeah.
finger.
I couldn't
This
imagine
ring
winning.
talk.
I couldn't
This
imagine.
ring
I won
talk
one of the
needs to
first
stop.
ones.
This ring talk's annoying. Can these ring, bro?
All right, Liam, what's your tip?
I'm tipping. With my heart says Raiders, my head says Manly.
Damn.
I'll see how it is.
I think Manly by 4.
I think
Damn.
you could now. Raiders have been underdogs in all their games, and they've won all their games in the finals, at least that is. So patterns could continue. However, Manly, I think, are just enough of a beast at the moment. The way they sort of just dismantled Brisbane in that second half was, we haven't seen that sort of before from a team after being down by such a big margin too. They were down by 10 at half time, looking out of it, and then just dismantled them in the second half. So I think it'll be close. I'm gonna say, I'll say Manly, but no offense, Matt, but I'd love to see Raiders beat you guys. I'd love to see the Raiders get up.
That's fair enough. You want someone new. That's fine.
We do want someone new. It's good for the comp.
Yeah.
We got 10 players that haven't won a comp.
I'm gonna fry on it tonight, matey.
Yeah, well said, Lachlan. Well said. It'd be better for the competition to see a new team bloody win it. Holy crap. I don't want to witness another Manly grand final. Holy. Oh, Jesus.
Anyways,
I'll be happy to see that win again.
13 plus.
Come on, guys.
So bloody Raiders win. I don't want to go out with another loss. Yeah, we'll see.
I don't want to hear the trash talk that might come from Jordan Lewis if Raiders win. Let alone you, Tim.
Louis, mate, he'll rip into you if you lose. I hope you see what he did to Jack, bro. He'll kill you.
He'll rip into us even when we beat you.
Behind the crap talk, obviously there's love, like it's
100%.
It's gonna be, like you can't. There's no hate in it. We obviously it's just I don't know, man. There's love in it. I'm just gonna say there's love there. We love you. There's no hate, mate.
It's competitive spirit.
It's just competitive, right? No hate. If I trash talk, it's probably just me mind going crazy. It's just excitement. But no, it's all respect if we lose. I don't care.
I think
It happens if we lose.
Care if you're gonna lose.
I didn't care last season when that happened against us. But it happens. I did sort of care. Nah, but we'll see what happens.
Also, who wants to put 50 on me going over for a meat pie? I'm going to make sure it happens.
I'd love to see a big grand final where only the prop forward score. No outside backs, no Bards or Dingoes. Just like Samuel Lillard and Matt Harris just trading blows.
I didn't mean please. That'd be a grand final to watch. That'd be something entertaining.
Nice. Only forwards.
It'd be nice if
backs,
it's a break straight from the middle, palming off Tim Jones.
Gonna go over for a bloody finals try. Oh no,
I've had a few of those.
Oh, finally! So I was complaining about one a few weeks ago. I've never scored in the bloody finals. No, I did in the first game. So I must have,
must be hard never scoring
myself.
in finals. How about try never scoring in 3 seasons? Haven't seen-
Oh, mate, I went without scoring one in a season, alright? I know how you feel.
Bro, I haven't
No,
scored
yeah,
You know,
this season.
I'm okay. I scored on my first touch in the SRL.
Yeah, what the hell?
I
Hear
scored.
this, Blake.
I scored 2
Actually,
tries there. I've scored a double in Origin though. That's like I still think that we lost the game anyway, but I've scored 2 tries in
well,
Origin, so
doesn't matter then. You disrespected the bloody state. Let us down.
I scored a double in Origin and then we still lost.
We'll see how it goes.
Anyways, I
Let's
think,
blame Kane for that one.
I think it's probably about time we move on to our final section. Thank you, Matty, for joining us as always. Been a pleasure talking to you. Hopefully, good luck for this weekend. Hopefully, you put us on a good show at least, and hopefully, I get to see you over for a try because I'd love. It'd be good to see that.
100%. Thanks for having me. Have a good one, boys.
Yeah, you too.
Say
mate.
ladder,
great,
boss.
great having you, mate.
All right, to end off the episode, we've decided to bring back the We've decided to bring out a grand final edition of our quiz. So the way it's gonna work as always. Tim, Liam, I'll ask a question. You guys buzz in with your name, first name. So Liam, Tim. And whoever says it first will get the first crack. If they get it, if they fail, the other person gets a chance to, still answer and get it correct. If you both miss the answer, then we just keep going back and forth until someone gets it. All right, then. You guys ready?
Yep.
Actually, by the way, I will say these questions are only about the Seagulls and the Raiders since, they're both in the grand final. I feel like that makes sense.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 1. Season 1 is the only season Manly have not made finals. How many wins did they have in that season?
Him.
Liam.
Tim said it first. I don't know why you bother saying it, Liam. Tim, how many do you think?
I think Manly had 2.
That is correct.
Wow.
Oh,
Yes. Yes, lad. Nice.
All right. Question number 2. Which of these players were not part of the inaugural Raiders squad? Mark Iron, Sonny Tyre, Tyler Weston, Luke Thompson.
Liam.
Tim,
Luke Thompson.
that is incorrect.
Oh, what? What the
Who were the names? So it was Sonny Tyre. Sorry, Sonny Tyre.
That's correct, Liam.
He played for Melbourne. Yeah.
No, he didn't. He played. He played for.
All right. Question number
Penrith.
3.
Oh, yes.
Jackinall played for the Raiders between... I just have to fact check this answer because I think I made a mistake on it. I just realised now.
Oh, pretty much a game.
Jackinall played for the Raiders between seasons 2, 3, and 4. How many tries did he score for the Raiders?
Liam.
Tim?
19.
That is incorrect. I don't have to check to know that's incorrect.
Oh, yeah.
You're a bit off there, Tim.
Oh, man.
I think he scored 9.
That is incorrect. Tim, you get a chance to steal again.
Can we get a hint?
I'll say that. How many did you say, Liam?
9.
I'll say it's in between 9 and 19. The 2 numbers you guys said.
Does it include finals? Did he even
Yes,
play?
it does,
Yeah, he played
it does
finals.
include final series that we put the stats up for. So on the final series that we put the stats up for whatever reason.
Did he score 16?
That is
16?
incorrect. That is incorrect.
Oh, far out.
Liam? We'll save it's low. So every answer you say, I'll say it's higher or lower. Liam?
I think that Jack O'Neill scored 13 tries.
That is incorrect. Actually, no, that is correct. You are correct. Never mind. I'm stupid. You are correct.
Yes.
So Liam is now in 2. Tim is on 1. Question 4. What was the score between the Raiders and the Seagulls when they last played, and who won?
Tim.
Yes, Tim.
Manly won, obviously. They'll have to guess the score. What? Guys, no, far out, man. Was it?
Oh, come
I don't know, bro. It was a high score.
I said it while we're on the show.
It's
on. I know
18.
what it is, but
18 to 20. No, it was 18 to 34.
That is incorrect, Liam.
38 to 18 and Manly won.
Oh,
That is
what
correct.
the hell?
Liam, how you look at this? You literally playing for one of the teams that this quiz is about.
Man, I sort of forgot about forget about our losing scores.
All right. Question number 5. Excluding the final series, how many tries did the Raiders and Seagulls score between them? And before you answer, whoever's closest will get the point.
Wait, what?
Liam.
Liam,
Okay,
so you get
whatever.
the first go. Whoever's closest will get the point.
I think so. You said tries.
Tries in the regular season this season.
Okay. I'm gonna guess. I don't know. I'm gonna have a guess and wild guess and say 72.
Tim?
Is it combined? Is it combined for all?
Combined. Whoever's closest gets the point.
74.
Liam got it exactly right with 72.
Oh, Liam's cheating, mate. Liam's cheating,
No,
bro.
no. I had a good guess, mate.
Liam's cheating, bro. This is
Bro, I'm not
Alright,
cheating.
well,
How would I even know?
Liam's currently on 4, so he cannot lose. But we're gonna do the final 2 questions just to see if Tim actually no. Tim can still win because of the last question. Alright. Question number 6. So Tim, you have to get this right to still be in it. Excluding Chaz Dingo, which Manly player had the most line breaks in the regular season?
Tim James.
Yes.
Tim James. The most line breaks by a Manly player.
Excluding Chaz Dingo.
Oh, excluding. It was their winger.
Which winger?
Tyler.
What's his
Tyler.
last name?
He played for the Western.
West. Tyler Weston. That is correct.
Yee.
As
Yeah,
soon as you
Charles.
asked the last name, I knew it was right. I was
I checked it.
I would have said Weston. Oh,
Oh, Jesus, I nearly
Alright.
said out my tongue.
Alright, this question is worth 2 marks. So if Tim gets this, we go to a bonus round question.
Oh, God.
Alright. Out the forwards playing tomorrow, excluding the hookers, which player averaged the most in season 5?
Tim averaged what most?
the most what?
Most run meters.
Tim James.
Liam.
Tim James. I said it first.
Tim said it first.
Was it the run meters?
Run meters. Which forward, excluding hookers?
Excluding hookers. It would be Chaz Dingo. No, it'd be out of the
Did you say
excluding.
forward?
Oh, you said forwards, eh?
Yes.
What am I saying, bro? Bro, you asked the most hardest questions. It was a. Oh man, how much time do I have?
You have about 10 seconds before I move on to Liam.
Oh crap!
Come on, he's still.
I
give me
think if you think about it, this question isn't that hard.
Jesse Bennett.
That is correct. Bonus
Oh,
mark.
fuck.
Bonus
You
mark.
legend.
Bonus mark. If you can guess it, plus or minus 5. So if it's plus 5, if you're within 5 of it, you get the mark. So if it's 70 and you guess 68, then you get the mark. For example,
130. 30? 30? Yeah, 30.
that is incorrect. It's 138. So you're a couple marks off, and I would have given it to you, which means Liam has won our final quiz night, even though it's only the second time we've ever done this. I'm pretty sure Matt Harris is probably screaming at you for some of those answers.
No, I wasn't checking the chat. I wasn't trying to cheat like Liam.
I wasn't cheating.
I sound stupid now. Chris, you guys actually both wrong. Matt Harris has corrected me. So I didn't figure out the fact that there are more than one grand final playing tomorrow. And Matt Harris has technically corrected the answer being Chris Lord.
What do you mean?
Wait, what?
Okay, so I said tomorrow. I meant Tuesday, obviously. On Tuesday, the All-Stars, the Australian and World side technically playing, which means Chris Lord technically is correct. The correct answer.
No, but that's not a grand final, though.
I know, it's not. And I'm still making the score 4-3, but Matt Harris is
big
corrected me. And Chris Lord is technically the correct answer. I guess Matt Harris gets bonus marks. Matt Harris wins the entire quiz night. He's just outsmarted being quizmaster once again.
Oh man! Oh, the most run meters. Oh, but today's Saturday. Did you say tomorrow?
I know tomorrow. I meant grand final tonight.
Silly bugger.
Ah.
Alright, well, yeah, good quiz, I guess. Bloody hell. Bit annoying.
Oh no, it was
It's
it
1-1.
was most run meters happening on the grand final night, and technically you are correct. I said tomorrow. I'm just stupid. I don't know why I said tomorrow, but
Yeah, imbecile.
I think that's everything we have to cover tonight. Is it?
Yeah, I think that's it for the
Sounds like
grand
it.
final coverage, man.
Thank you once
Oh.
again, obviously, Matt Harris, who's still in the voice call. Obviously, he's done his interview. But thank you, you for joining us. Thank you, Liam and Tim, once again for joining us. Obviously, been a good season,
Yeah.
hasn't it, boys? We're looking forward to the final night.
Yeah, finals, yeah, nah. Man, yeah, that's pretty nerve-wracking now. I'm sort of feeling it. But, yeah, it'll be good. I'm just excited to be in a grand final and play a nice final game with some of the boys before they leave. So,
Tim's
yeah.
rubbing in. Tim's rubbing in. Crying
Nah,
emoji.
Nah, it's all good, boys who didn't make it. You guys will get there one day.
Next season, season 6. With the
Yeah, see,
Broncos.
let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes.
With the Broncos, we'll make it there.
Shoot.
I think that's about it for us, though. I think that's a good point to end the episode on.
Yeah, let's go, Raiders.